guys, Afflicted Gamer here, back with another Destiny video. So the weekly reset happened yesterday, so all of the vendors and factions have new roles on all of the weapons. This is a first actually for me in a very long time, so I'm gonna go and see what we have at each location and recommend the best of the best for you guys to pick up this week. Alright, first up we've got the Continental Auto Rifle, and this is the Vanguard Quartermaster. Alright, let's check out the sights. Red Dot Aura, Quick Draw, and OEG Rifle Scope. Not too bad. We've got Rodeo, Hip Fire, Perfect Balance, and Counterbalance. You know what? This is a pretty decent roll, actually. Or we could actually have Appendage Mag instead of Perfect Balance. Appended Mag is not too bad either. You know what? This is a pretty decent auto rifle. I would recommend this for sure if you are in desperate need of one. Let's check out the Pulse Rifle. Secret Round, Take a Knee, Perfect Balance, Rifled Barrel, and Counterbalance. Again, not too bad. What do we have for scopes? Reflex, Steady Hand, and OEG. Not terrible sights either. So you know what? You could actually go with Secret Round, Perfect Balance, and Counterbalance. Have all of that stability, or leave out Perfect Balance and take Rifled Barrel for that extra range and to have a slower reload time, which is most likely what I would do. So you know what? Not too bad right there, and that would actually be helpful with Vault of Glass, with Secret Round against the Oracles, if you haven't done it already and don't have a Vault of Glass weapon. Okay, Angel's Advocate last week was phenomenal. This week, Life Support, Take a Knee, Armor Piercing Rounds, Return to Sender. We're going to skip that. How dare you? Triple Tap, Reinforced Barrel, and Reactive Reload. Okay, it's not terrible. True Sight, Fast Draw, Quick Draw, Triple Tap. Reinforced Barrel increases the range, but the stability goes down quite a bit, and Reactive Reload. But Reactive Reload is actually pretty helpful. You know what? I'm going to leave that up to personal preference, but it's not terrible. So far, we have the Assault Rifle and Pulse Rifle. Fusion Rifle, for those of you that are using them. Reflex, Red Dot, OEG, Replenish, Spray and Play, Brace Frame, Enhanced Battery, Eye of the Storm. I would skip. Teacup Tempest, Steady Hand, Fast Draw, Quick Draw. We've got Mulligan, Crowd Control, Fitted Stock, and Hot Swap. Nothing too special there. Occam's Razor. I'm going to go through the rolls, then I'll check out the ballistics and everything. Replenish, so we've got Life Support, Small Bore, Quick Draw, and Rangefinder. This would be pretty decent in PvE. Okay, and we also have Smooth Ballistics, CQB Ballistics, and Soft Ballistics. So, yeah, not too bad with Smooth. I would say Life Support, Small Bore, and Rangefinder. We have 3 good weapons so far here. What about 7th Sense? Grenadier, Life Support, Explosive Round, Snapshot, and Unflinching. Unflinching isn't terrible, but I would rather have something else there. But the fact that you have Explosive Rounds, Snapshot, Grenadier, or Life Support, and then for the sights, we've got the Sightsis Short Gaze, good for Crucible for sure. I actually prefer it in PvE as well. 7th Sense this week is not bad either. Alright, what about the Bone Crusher? Aggressive, Smart Drift Control, Field Choke, Feeding Frenzy, Guerrilla Fighter, Small Bore. We really don't want to reduce that mag size anymore. That's why I'm not a huge fan of this weapon, but I know some people are. Rifled Barrel. I would actually go with Rifled Barrel there for the range and crowd control. Not terrible, but I honestly would just wait and get a better drop either from the raid or even an engram. I would actually pass on that. Finally, disassembly required. Confirm launch, soft launch, countermass. We've got vacuum, last resort, quick draw, and cluster bomb. Cluster Bomb, Javelin, and Last Resort aren't too bad, but again, this is not a must-have. So overall for the Vanguard, Continental, Parthian Shot, and Occam's Razor are the top three there for sure. Okay, I'm going to go to the next vendors, but I will just point out the absolute best instead of going over all of them. Okay, over at Dead Orbit, they are actually selling some pretty decent weapons this week. So yeah, I don't have my alliance with them for now. But the Extremophile 011 isn't too bad this week at all. We've got MD Reflex for sights, Steady Hand, and OEG Rifle Scope. Not too bad. But armor piercing rounds, snapshot, we've got small bore, rodeo, and then hidden hand. Not too bad. Moving on from that, the Keystone 01. This is usually all around a very good scout rifle. I do have one very similar to this. For the scopes, we've got red dot, aura, focus lens, and reflex. On top of that, again, armor piercing rounds. This is really helpful in any of the raids, by the way. Quick draw, perfect balance, third eye, and crowd control. I would pick one of these up if you are in need of a scout rifle for sure. Then we do have Last Ditch, which is overall a pretty decent shotgun. Linear compensator, accurized ballistics, aggressive ballistics. We've got flared magwell, but we've got snapshot, small bore, close interpersonal, and rangefinder. Again, pretty decent for PvE. And finally, the Bitter Edge. We do have Ambush on here, Hawkeye Ambush, and ViewTech. I would go with Ambush. Armor piercing rounds, which seems to be the theme of the week so far. We've got Hammer Forged, and if you can get past the unflinching, or if you're a fan of it, then there you go. Dead Orbit has a pretty decent sniper rifle. Alright, let's move on.
See you again, I hope.
Alright, up at Future War Called. Wow, does she ever have a lot of very good weapons for this week. Let's start off with the Whale Hand Cannon. Alright, so we've got True Sight, Sure Shot, and Quick Draw IS. Explosive rounds, hip fire, perfect balance, hot swap, and rangefinder. Not too bad at all for those of you that like hand cannons. Moving on to the Waltz Pulse Rifle. For the scopes, we've got Reflex, Steady Hand IS, OEG, High Caliber Rounds, Hip Fire. I would definitely go with High Caliber Rounds, Perfect Balance, Counterbalance, or if you don't want Perfect Balance, you could always have Third Eye. Quite the Pulse Rifle for this week. Pretty good. The Wormwood, which is either your favorite or most hated sidearm in the game, has a really good role again this week with Steady Hand IS, Fast Draw, Quick Draw, Armor Piercing Rounds, Snapshot, Hand Loaded, Army of One, but obviously hand loaded, and Rangefinder. Wow. Okay, and finally, the Warpath. This is pretty good. If it had tracking, it would be even better, but it's good for PvE most definitely. Warhead Veneers, Soft Launch, Hard Launch, Field Scout, but we've got Snapshot, Heavy Payload, Tripod, and then finally Cluster Bomb. So, Future War Cult has a lot to offer this week. Let's move on downstairs.
This is the place.
Moving down to the Crucible Quartermaster.
Yes?
He has a few half-decent weapons down here. The Zero-Day Dilemma comes with a red dot aura, quick draw IS, OEG rifle, crowd control, grenadier, small bore, appended magazine, and persistence. Not too bad, other than the fact that there's 24 in the mag. This is a pretty decent assault rifle. After that, the B29 Party Favor. Not the best that it's been, but definitely not the worst. We've got an MD reflex sight, a sure shot IS, OEG with rodeo, take a knee, small bore, feather mag, and then counterbalance. So not too bad. The hero formula. What we have on here is red dot aura, range lens, and OEG rifle scope with life support, last resort, small bore, high caliber rounds, and firefly. So this here is a pretty decent scout rifle with 19 in the mag, so nothing to shy away from. The palindrome this week does shine quite bright with steady hand IS, sure shot IS, quick draw IS, with outlaw, partial refund, hammer forged, explosive rounds, and luck in the chamber. So, luck in the chamber, you have yourself quite a powerful hand cannon there for sure. Other than that, honestly, the rest of the weapons here are not the greatest. Event Horizon is nothing too special this week. Chaotic Neutral isn't terrible for the machine gun, but CQB Ballistics, Smooth Ballistics, Life Support, Guerrilla Fighter, Perfect Balance, Armor Piercing Rounds, and Hidden Hand. Pretty good in PvE, so if you are in desperate need of one, this is here. Nice impact on the chaotic neutral, especially with the hidden hand, armor piercing rounds, and life support. So, and if you don't want the armor piercing rounds, perfect balance will keep that recoil in check. So you do have a pretty nice machine gun for PvE.
See ya.
And for our last stop at New Monarchy, honestly, there are a lot of good weapons this week overall. Starting with Assembly 2 Assault Rifle, we have a Reflex Sight, Sure Shot IS, and OEG Rifle Scope with Extended Mag, Lightweight, Perfect Balance, Spray and Play, and then finally Hidden Hand. I'm not with New Monarchy on this character, so pardon for that. For the Free Will 3 Hand Cannon, we do have Steady Hand IS, Fast Draw IS,
Well,
Quick
hello,
Draw
friend.
IS with high caliber rounds, lightweight, perfect balance, outlaw, and rangefinder. Pretty nice setup right across the board, to be quite honest, right there. So you have another nice hand cannon for the week. The sidearm, the Impreacher, you know, it's not terrible. You know, some people that if you don't have the Wormwood or you don't want to switch factions, this is here with Steady Hand IS, Sure Shot IS, Quick Draw IS with Flared Magwell, Lightweight, Fitted Stock, Army of One, and again, Hidden Hand. So it again, it's not the best, but if you don't want to switch to Future War Cult, sorry, then this is here. For the Bad Council shotgun, we have Smart Drift Control, Accurized Ballistics, Aggressive Ballistics with hand loaded, lightweight, surrounded, and rangefinder. So, very good for PvE, most definitely. I would set this up with rangefinder, perfect balance, and most likely hand loaded. Moving on to the Deposition Sniper Rifle, this is pretty decent this week. We've got the Sightsis, Short Gaze, and Eagle Eye for scopes. Obviously, I would go with Short Gaze, Skip Rounds, Lightweight, Perfect Balance, or Triple Tap. I would go with Triple Tap, and again, Unflinching. So for those of you that don't have a problem with Unflinching, I mean, Firefly would obviously be the best choice, but if you have Unflinching, Triple Tap, and Skip Rounds with Short Gaze, this is a pretty decent sniper. I actually have a different role, one that with different roles on it. Give it a try if you have nothing better to spend your legendary marks on. Finally, the First Citizen. Again, I do have a different role, and this is a very nice machine gun. CQB Ballistics, Smart Drift Control, Field Choke with Extended Mag, Lightweight, Perfect Balance, Crowd Control, and again, Hidden Hand. So, you know what, if you set up with Hidden Hand, Perfect Balance, and extended mag, you have a lot of bullets with stability and that hidden hand for extra bonus. So there is the vendor
Talk again later,
restock
Guardian.
at each location here on the tower. If you guys did enjoy this video, by all means go ahead and drop a like on it. If you're new to the channel, then consider more Destiny content like this. And also don't forget that you can follow me on Twitter at
Got the right one in the
Afflicted
throat.
Gamer, and I will see you guys very soon in the next video.